Hey guys, this is Jeremy. We are headed to church right now, and you got me, the boys got me a Father's Day gift. If you guys haven't heard something called Harry's, where you use special razors that you can get online, I would always use the cheap ones, and last time I did it, I told my wife that it hurt my face because it was dull, but then I was trying to do it in a rush. I've never had a fancy razor before, so everybody likes surprises. So it was a good surprise for us. So we're headed to church. Grant, what are you going to hear about at church today?
Walking on the water.
Yes.
And
Yes. Who walked on the water?
Jesus.
Yep. And then we're going to go and pull some weeds. Yay. So I am at McDonald's right now working on some stuff for Church Mag. I want to try to get an ebook out sometime very soon, so I'm working on that. I hope to have it out by the end of the month, at least as far as completed and getting ready to launch for that. We'll see. It's kind of a generous push if I actually get that out there. But I'm working on my laptop right now because I have officially designated this my non-performance PC. I try to do some video editing if you guys follow me online, and unfortunately the machine is not editing video anymore. I don't know if the CPU is starting to die out, but what used to take about 45 minutes to an hour is now taking about 2 hours to render video. It is not collecting video from my camera or from my PC anymore. So I bit the bullet, and I am now going to be using Adobe Premiere on my desktop, which is a little frustrating because I had software that was paid for already, whereas now I'm moving to a monthly subscription. But this MacBook is about 6 years old, so it is what it is. The reason I tell you guys about the new software is because I'm trying to do a little something different with my video editing. I'm going to try to make it a little bit more immersive. I got a lot of fun stuff coming up, so I figure why not just try to do everything really, really well right now. The topic of doing things well is something that if you've watched anything online that I've done or read some of the different blog articles that I posted, I am an absolute fanatic of things to do them at your best. To not hold back, to be able to just push through and to really own that. Actually, that was our sermon for this week. Last weekend, whenever we went to church, was God's given you tasks. Sometimes it requires a miracle. You need to do everything you can to be successful, but at the same time, sometimes it takes a miracle for that to happen. And one of the things that really struck me in my own personal absorption of that whole process was a lot of times I feel like with my own counseling, I try to work in the realm of miracles because there's so much stuff that happens to people as they come in. They're struggling with a huge addiction. There's marital problems where only one person is coming to counseling. Someone is struggling with so much trauma on their plate. And honestly, every single person that comes in, I'm just like, I'm going to go the extra mile for every single one of these people. I tell them that. I'm going to go the extra mile to help you. I don't know how things are going to work out, but we'll get there. We'll take it one step at a time. Let me be a support for you in this process. At the same time, I realize they've had so much struggle in their past. Sometimes they're coming in with 20, 30 years of baggage. Sometimes that's using so many drugs or going through so much trauma from so many different people, and they have to undo all of that. And so I sit here with them and I give my best. I do everything I can for this person, but ultimately it has to be a miracle. It has to be something that they want to change for themselves. It has to be something that their environment allows for some kind of change, because we all live within a system, right? If I make a change, it's going to affect everybody else in my life. And if I'm the person that gets blamed for everything and I change and now I don't get to be blamed, who are they going to blame? And then it also requires them to maintain that process, because you have relapse, whether it's mental health relapse, substance use relapse, they're calling it reoccurrence now. This idea that we go back to those old ways of behaving. And I think that's anything in our life, where if we don't fix what's in our life, if we don't give our best efforts, then we are going to go back to those old ways of behaving. I don't think it means we have to be perfect by any means, but I think it means that we need to try. We need to try to make these changes for ourselves. Sometimes we're stuck in what we would call in counseling pre-contemplation, where we don't realize a change needs to be made. It's causing problems in our life. We're just too oblivious to realize the change, or we try to make a change, it's hurt too much to change, and so we give up and we stop for a little while. But if we get to that point where we can say, you know what, I want to make a change for myself, I want to do the best that I can and really own what God's promises have for me, then I'm going to flourish. And sometimes that requires help, where people come alongside, and sometimes it just requires us to pray to God and to allow that change for ourselves. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. We've got more amazing stuff. My son's TV show is ending, so I gotta go take care of that. But I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. How do you guys put your best foot forward? How do you do your best with your work? And how do you let go? That's something I struggle with every single time, whenever I have to let go and just let God do that work, because I'm supposed to take ownership. That's what my father told me to do. And then sometimes it just takes a miracle. It takes something from God to let something like that happen. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. What encouragement do you have in that process? Who knows, maybe we'll have a couple miracles coming up. Let's hear what you guys have to say, and I'll catch you next time. Because I want to save this if I can. That's such a good card. Holy smokes. You get one person that has Wind Fury, one that has Taunt, and one that has Divine Shield. Everybody on the